Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch it now, Barney!
Off of play action, Darnold going up top for Cup. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He's going to airwalk into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the foot.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws. They become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they'll run it here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
On 3rd down. That's Harmon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They go play action now. Jackson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right, here we go.
To throw again is Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
Jackson will throw again. And he will find Ridley on the left side. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Jackson now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson, rolling to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On second down, here's Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. In for the score. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. You've been around me for a while.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. First target, first catch at a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout.
Gone, 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 gone. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Now let's go. 3-19, 3-19. Detroit, 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 Detroit.
Now they try the right side here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
He finds his target, Fuller. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workman-like right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workman-like.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gone, 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 gone.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there.
Leopard,
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So that, a good kick. We haven't talked about it much, but the wind is prevalent, and he drove that right into the wind.
Yeah, and don't forget the wind can swirl down there, too, so being able to read it, how it's coming, left to right to left, and to be able to execute that kick, that's pretty darn strong right there.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on it.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons add on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Santos with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here's Darnold now on second down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. So we have reached halftime now. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
4 down. Check. Over.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And now running right through it. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Detroit!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. 1st down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
All right, here we go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. 44 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, over! Check. Gun!
On 2nd down, Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Gun!
Play action. Now Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Dewan Smoot in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, one of the few things that's gone right for them. Likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were in the score, because things haven't gone right, as you noted, for them much of this game. But they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had its share of troubles in this one.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now, Barney!
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Now the point after try for Santos. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Over!
Right back to him on 1st down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Darnold down to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
On 3rd down, it's Harmon. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Gun, gun!
He'll get it up the middle. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, it's Harmon, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you run every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before... You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Jackson to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's when the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Jackson. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out come the Jets. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Darnold. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Fuller. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
It's 4th and 2, and you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, so you have to be definite about your decision about where to go.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jets, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.